Hello and welcome back to Spice Up Manifestation. Today we are on our day 25, coming along strong, doing all the fun work and see that shift of our energy. See that these actions that we are taking, these focused actions, are creating the shifts in our energy and in our manifestation process. And today we are going to be talking about the power of perception. Perception is one of our mental faculties that we all have, but unfortunately, we do not pay too much attention to that. So, how is this helpful for us? First of all, remember that in manifestation, your perception plays a crucial role. If you perceive abundance and opportunity, you will attract it. If you perceive lack and limitation, that's exactly what you're going to manifest. Your outer world is a reflection of your inner perception. So we become more and more mindful in the process, how we look at any given situation. And if we see it as the failure, that's exactly how we are going to attract more of that. If we see it just as the feedback or the lesson, that's how our perception is going to dictate what results we are going to achieve and receive. And your perspective on life determines your experience. Two people can look at the same situation, but one may see a failure while another one sees the learning opportunity. And when we consciously choose positive perspective, we can transform the experiences and the outcome. So let's dive in more a little bit about that. How do we form our perceptions? Where they are coming from? Well, they are coming from our beliefs. So depends what kind of beliefs we were raised with, right? Just think about the time when you failed at something. How did that failure shape your current perception of success? What would happen if you viewed that failure as a learning experience? Or let's talk about the relationship. What if you had that betrayal in your relationship or somebody hurt you? How does that experience affect your ability to trust other person today? So whatever happens in your life, allow yourself to perceive it as learning lesson. It's not the sentence, it's just the season. And when we approach life this way, we understand that these struggles were given us for the reason. And again, it's not about just staying that energy and constantly feeling bad, but change the way we look at things. And then the things are completely different as we are perceiving them. For instance, if you had that upbringing that has a certain belief about money, how those early experiences influence your financial decision that you're making today? And how can you actually change that perception for a mindset of abundance? So remember, we are living in the same world, but everybody is perceiving this world differently. And if you are more upbeat and positive person, you are going to look at each situation and see something good in it. But if you're more like a naysayer, you're going to look at that situation and just saying, see, I knew this is the way it was supposed to be. Right. So our perception is crucial when we talk about manifestation, because we learn to shift our focus on abundance and opportunities rather than sitting in that failure. So our beliefs that we were raised with, the beliefs that we were picking up as we were growing, and the environment around us, what our friends are talking about, what our parents are telling us, very, very crucial to form our perception. What other ways that we can form our perception? Other way is we actually go through different experiences, right? And like I mentioned, whatever we go through the experience, and for some reason our mind is very funny, because our mind always connects to all the negative experiences. And this is something that traumatizes. This is something that we keep coming back to without even paying attention to something what was good, right? Because remember, there is that perfect tool that I can give you. Nothing is bad until you call it bad. So what I mean by that, in any given situation, you could actually look at it differently. You can perceive it differently. And of course, you're going to feel about it differently. And that's what we are learning with this work. We are learning how to reframe any situation and make something good out of it. So, conditioning as well, right? Our society gives us a certain perception, and our family also plays a huge role to shape what exactly, how we exactly perceive the world around us. And it's our job to start tapping and digging deeper and asking all these deep questions. Where does this perception come from? Can I change it? Can I make it better? And sometimes when we are looking at one particular situation, it's all about, we can look at it from different perspective, right? When we look at the same situation but on the different angle, we are going to see the different outcome that can come out of it. So with this work, we learn to perceive the way it's going to be beneficial to us, to perceive that no matter what we are doing, no matter what kind of results we are having right now, we know that we can up level. And just look at this work and manifestation, that this is the learning process, this is the journey. And when we enjoy every step in the process, not worrying too much about when that desire is gonna come true, when I receive exactly what I want, but more perceive it as, okay, I know I'm on the right path. I know that every day I'm getting closer and closer to that reality that I want. And again, you can enjoy every step in the process and can perceive it as something successful, as something good. And do not forget to celebrate all these little wins. Because if you compare yourself where you started, even if you are coming back like Wendy comes on every, hey, yes, when you judge something, you just solidified it. That's true, right? So we become more and more aware. So if you come and watch the replays every day and come live like Wendy does and do the work, you are going to see the change. And if you compare where you are today versus where you were when you started, you're going to see some positive shifts, right? And just sit down and start recognizing that. Start celebrating yourself, that every step you're getting closer and closer to the life that you want. And again, this is in your perception, right? Somebody is going to look at their situation and say, you know what? I still don't have what I want. I did not manifest. So I do not think that I'm successful. And another person is going to say, okay, I am showing up for myself every day. I direct my energy where it's supposed to go. And I know that the outcome is there. And I'm going to enjoy every step in the process, right? Just hear this out. It's all in our perception. So we have to be more and more mindful what exactly we are saying to ourselves and how exactly we perceive every reality. And especially when we talk about the success in everything, the success in manifestation, the success in business, a lot of people think about, okay, if they failed in something while growing their business, they think that they are not succeeded. But it's not about quitting, it's about keep going, right? Because again, if we ever come back to all the successful people's stories, everybody was going through the same things what we are going through. Just remind yourself that I am on the same way as every other successful person. But what is distinguishing these successful people from everybody else is that they do not quit. Quitting is not an option. They continue searching creatively, seeing that if it's not going to work this way, then let me see what else I can change. Let me see how else I can approach this situation. Let me change the perspective and see how the result is going to be different. So remember, perception is very crucial. And the more we feed good into that, the more good we are going to experience. If we see the universe as abundant, and we know that for the universe, it doesn't matter to deliver to us $100 or to deliver to us $1,000,000. It's us as humans. We get a little bit uncomfortable thinking about the numbers. But for the universe, it doesn't matter. It's all about how ready you are to receive it. Because a lot of times we want something, but we are not ready to receive that. So when you ask something to the universe, we have to be ready to receive it as well. And the universe is like the ocean. If we go to the ocean with a teaspoon, and that's the teaspoon of the water we are going to receive. If we go to the ocean with the bucket, we are going to receive that water full of the bucket full of water, right? So it's all again in our perception. Do I believe in myself? Do I know that everything is always working out for me, even in any situation that it seems from the outside that it's not something that is desirable? But I know that I'm just gonna overcome it. I know it just the stepping stone for my greatness. It's just something that I have to experience in order to become a different person, because the manifestation happens when we become a different version of ourselves. The version that we are today is still not prepared to receive everything what we want. That's why we do that work. And remember, the world that we are experiencing is the reflection of our inner world, because we are living all in the same world. And when people start saying something about, but the economy is this way, but there is difficult to find the job, or there is difficult to sell the house, it's all in our perception. Because you know that there are other people who prosper regardless of the economy, regardless of any situation and condition. And this is something that I want to remind you. Do not condition yourself to any other circumstances. Everything stems from you. If you believe in yourself, if you perceive the world the way you want to see it, the more you practice that skill, the more you're going to receive exactly what you desire. So remember, our perception determines our experiences and our reality that we experience. Everything comes from within. Please check again your thoughts, what you are thinking, what you are telling yourself, the words when you are using, when you are talking with everybody else, how you are behaving, because every piece of that is very important in order to put it into the puzzle and complete your manifestation success. So keep working on yourself, keep becoming that best version of yourself so you can match exactly what you are manifesting. And the homework for tomorrow is going to be explore perception through creative writing by using prompts that encourage unique viewpoints. And I will describe more in the detail what exactly does it mean. It's all about just we can look at the same tree, but everybody sees something different in that tree. We can have the same experience as somebody else, but we are perceiving that experience not the same way as another person. So remember, we are all very unique, but it's all about training our mind how to perceive everything with gratitude, with the experience, with the lesson, even if something doesn't work out our way. Because the more we are going to practice that, the better we become in manifesting things what we truly, truly want in our life. That's it for me today. Thanks so much for joining, Wendy. Thank you so much. And for everybody who tuning in or who is going to be watching the replay, keep manifesting, keep checking with yourself. What is my perception on everything what's going on in my life? And the more you ask these deep questions, the more you're going to start receiving the answers. And look out for this fun work. I'm going to put more directions for you to do. And let me know if you are doing the work. Let me know how it goes for you. I would be curious to know. Okay, that's it for me. Thank you. Thank you. Thanks for showing up for yourself. And I love you all. And I'll see you tomorrow on the next live. Bye.